Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today, I think it's time we had a look at the pre-release promos for Twilight Masquerade. And by I think it's time we had a look, I mean they've been revealed, we know what they are, we can have a look at them, and you know the deal at this stage. I'm not just going to show them to you. Oh, no. I'm going to rank them, ladies and gentlemen. I am going to rank them because that is what I do. Sound like a fun? Excellent. Now, there is a clear number one. I'm not sure there is a clear number four. There's a clear number two. Yeah, let's go. Oh, no, there is a clear number four. It's Infernape. Sorry. I don't know why I didn't have that down already. Yeah, Infernape's a clear number four. Sorry, dudes. Infernape's not that great. Now, I do like the artwork here. By the way, there's no artwork here I particularly like. No Okacheke, no Kato, no Haganosuke. There is one I desperately want, but it's also number one, so fingers crossed that's the one that I get. Might just start buying pre-release packs until I pull it. Or I might just go and pick up the single, honestly. We'll get there in a minute. For now, Infernape. Free energy, 200 damage is fine, but it's also a stage 2, which is frankly a little bit of a pain. But what we really have here is the ability Pyro Dance. Once during your turn, you may attach a basic fire and a basic fighting from your hand to your Pokemon in any way you like. Gets 2 more energy down onto the field. That sounds like fun. Surely this is a completely broken card. Nah, mate. It's literally Colossal. Like, it's literally got Colossal's ability. Colossal from Rebel Clash, which, as a fun little side note, I'm showing you the pre-release print here because it was a pre-release promo, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, apparently if you get this ability, you get a pre-release promo. And look, in a pre-release, if you get this up and rolling, it's a very good card. And it is not terrible for a pre-release, but in a quote-unquote real format, it's not good enough. Sorry. I think this is one where, I mean, look, everyone loves Infernape. It's a popular Pokemon. And the artwork's lovely, and it might be decent actually in the pre-release, but when real games start, it's going to be forgotten. But what about Thwackey? Thwackey is my number 3 card here. I feel very good about this. And it's all for the ability Boom Boom Groove. Once during your turn, if your active Pokemon has the Festival Lead ability, you may search your deck for a card and put it into your hand. And the thing is, there is a card out there that I like very much indeed that does have the Festival Lead ability. It's Diplin. Now, basically, Festival Lead is if you've got Festival Grounds in play, you get to attack twice. Most of the Pokemon that have this ability are not good. Diplin is good. It does 20 damage for each of your bench. So just fill your bench, boom, 100 damage. Single energy, 100 damage, attack twice against a setup deck that hasn't set up yet, or some Pokemon that are, support Pokemon, smaller Pokemon. You are legit getting 2 KOs with this. And now you've got Thwackey to go and search for any card. I still think Thwackey is the number 3 card in this set. I'm not, as in the set of pre-release promos. And I don't love the artwork. I'd rather it was a Diplin pre-release promo. Apparently I'm in on Diplin. I love Diplin, it turns out. Diplin's like one of my favourite Gen 9 Pokemon. Probably my 3rd favourite Gen 9 Pokemon after Fuecoco and Clodsire. I honestly didn't see it coming. And Thwackey's a good part of that. It's a good support Pokemon. And this is a lovely pre-release version of it. I should probably try and pick some of these up. But I'm just not loving the artwork. And this is only good if Diplin's good. And right now, everything we're seeing in Japan is telling us, and don't say it too loudly, Diplin might not be great. Although I am very confident that Diplin is going to be a really super fun laddering deck. So I do intend laddering with Diplin. Yeah, I've just had another look at the, and I know it's been on screen the whole time, but the regular art of Thwackey is just better here. I'm putting it out there, the regular art of Thwackey is better. I think Infernape, this new art, is better, but I'm sorry, when it comes to Thwackey here, I think the other art is better, and I'm sorry if that upsets anybody. Hey ho. Look, I'm going to play a ridiculous amount of Diplin. Maybe I'll pick some of these up so I've got a nice other version of it. I don't know. But in at number 2, we've got Frostlass. And we know Frostlass is good. We know that Frostlass is a very, very, very good card. We know that it has seen play over in Japan. And we know that it's actually got an illustration rare as well. So Frostlass becomes that rare Pokemon that gets an illustration rare and a pre-release promo in the same set, which is kind of cool. We've already got 3 versions of it. So yay! Which is the best version? It's not the pre-release promo. That I feel pretty confident about. Also, the more I look at the Infernape, I think both the Infernape together are phenomenal. It's really hard to choose. It's kind of hard to choose with a Frostlass here as well, but I don't really like many of them. I like how sinister the illustration rare looks. Let's go for that. But Frostlass has the ability Freezing Shroud that during Pokemon Checkup lets you put 1 damage counter on each Pokemon that has an ability other than Frostlass, which is clearly brilliant. Gets a bunch of damage on the field, works really nicely in that regard, and is just a nice, dependable source of having damage on the field. Plus, it works beautifully with that new Monkey Dory card, the only Monkey Dory card, incidentally, at least for now, that if you've got a Darkness Energy attached to it, can move 3 damage counters from one of your Pokemon to one of your opponents. This gets damage on the field. Frankly, I love this. Frostlass is a really good card. And I actually think, the more I think about this, I do think we've got a really clear 1, 2, 3, 4, at least, in terms of playability. Number 1 by a mile is Tatsugiri. Which is sad, because I really like Tatsugiri, and I think the artwork here is adorable. But just like when Kato did the Baxcalibur artwork, back in Paldea Evolved, I think I'm in that awkward situation where the one that I really want, not necessarily because it's hyper-playable, is going to be a pain to get because it's hyper-playable. It's not like the Okacheke Togekiss. Beautiful card. Garbage, playability-wise. Super easy to get hold of that. I picked up one of these the other day. I went into a local shop near me, and they had the little pre-release pack with the Togekiss and all the other cards, £4. It was lovely. Made me very happy. I think this Tatsugiri is going to be a bit of a pain to get hold of. Although, I've only just got done telling you that Frostlass is the rare Pokemon that has an illustration rare and a pre-release promo. Well, so does Tatsugiri. Tatsugiri has an illustration rare in this set, and it's got a pre-release promo as well. Which of the art is better? I mean, I'll be honest with you, as a trio, the art here is stunning. I adore Jerky's art on the regular one. I think the illustration rare is beautiful, but I really like this one as well. And the card is ridiculous. The ability Attract Customers says once during your turn, if this Pokemon is active, you can look at the top 6 cards of your deck, find a supporter card, put it into your hand, shuffle the other cards back into your deck. This is one of the very, very, very best cards in Twilight Masquerade. I've mentioned in other videos, this is literally Mew from Celebrations, but instead of getting an item, it gets a supporter card. And a lot of the time, most of the time, honestly, if you don't already have a supporter, you don't want an item card, you want a supporter card. So, there is a very real chance it's just a better Mew from Celebrations. And by the way, Mew from Celebrations was a phenomenally good card. So yeah, add that up with the artwork. And I actually think we got a really nice clear 1 to 4 here. I do think it's very nicely that Tatsugiri is by far the best. We've then got Frostlass, very playable. Thwackey, good in Diplin decks, but not really good outside of that. And then Infernape, thanks for playing. I kind of like this. This is a good set of pre-release promos. Yeah, the Infernape's a bit duff, and yeah, the Thwackey is very much a one specific deck kind of thing. Although you never know, maybe we'll get more of that ability in the future. But we've got 2 legit cards here, including a phenomenal card. Tatsugiri, I believe, is going to be a very good card that sees a huge amount of play. And what we basically ended up here with is one of the top support cards in the metagame getting a pre-release promo. This is going to be a very, very sought-after card, and I think that's rather lovely. Okay, there we go. That's what you need to know. And now it's over to you guys. Tell me which of these cards you like. Tell me which one you're hoping to pull from your pre-release. Tell me anything you want to tell me in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, all kinds of fun things. And get shout-outs on the channel like the lovely Uriel Rojas, who's been a supporter of ours for a while now and seems to be a very lovely person. So shout out to them for the support and the loveliness. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.